So, Mom T feels she can come for a woman who is self made and is creating generational wealth for her family. Let's talk. Hey, what's up and hello? This is the Chris Nicole giving you my views on life, love, and the world of entertainment through my eyes. And I came across this interview with Marlo on Juicy Scoop with Heather McDonald. Well, she talked about a lot of things on the interview, but the part that is grabbing everyone's attention was the part where she explained how she needed a break from her nephews. And while she worded it wrong, that's what she said, she worded it wrong, she felt completely judged about needing a break. Okay? Again, completely judged about needing a break. However, of course, she had to mention Kandi, even though Heather mentioned Kandi's name, but of course she had to go there with Kandi. She's always going there with Kandi. She says Kandi is a provider, and she implies that she is barely with her kids. Meantime, Marlo is always there with her nephews. Well, except that time that she kicked them out to have them live with her sister who already had a house full of kids, but now she has them all the time. Okay. Now Marlo is always coming for both Kandi and Kenya. But I think Marlo is very aware that Kandi is not a wordsmith like Kenya. And unless Kenya feels physically threatened, she can kick your ass with her own words. The girl is a professional read and shade queen. Like, Kenya's reads and shades is like no other. So but Kenya has tried to change. I'll give her that. Compared to her first season to now, she has definitely changed for the better, especially with her beautiful, beautiful daughter. But at the same time, when she needs to, she will come for Marlo's throat. Because we saw that in the last season. She can go there with Marlo. Kandi is just very emotional. She don't really have the words. And I feel like sometimes she doesn't really know how to communicate and she's socially awkward. So she doesn't like to talk. She just goes from crying to rage. Okay, which makes her an easy target because crying and rage makes good television and equals ratings. So that's why Marlo really comes for Kandi, because she knows the reaction. Like, Kandi's reactions are very predictable. Now, we all know the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta is coming out soon. So, of course, all of the shade starts, all the chaos starts. And of course, Marlo and Sheree are doing their jobs by causing a stir to get people hyped for the new season. However, Marlo always crosses the damn line. And any real woman would not cross those lines. For example, Marlo is just a good example of hurt people hurting people. Marlo is still that little broken girl inside who felt abandoned by her mother and that she was forced to be in foster care. I remember when she came for Kenya about saying Kenya's own mother doesn't want anything to do with her. And when she said that, I was like, that's some true gutter snipe shit. Especially when she damn near has had the same similar beginnings. They both felt neglected and unwanted by their mother. So that just shows you again, Marlo went there with Kenya because she's still that hurt little girl who wanted to hurt Kenya. Now she's continuing to come for Kandi about her being a mother. One, I agree with what she said. Kandi is a provider. Before she met Todd, she was a single mother providing for her first child. Now, I'm not a single mother, but I have plenty of single mothers in my family, and I have seen the struggles of them trying to raise children on their own with no help from a man. So to do it and to manage to be successful with making a living and doing what she loves in the process, not having a job she hates, but Kandi started making a living again from writing music. So to do that and keep food on the table, bravo. Because most people have jobs that they literally hate to keep food on the table. And to stay above water, they have to deal with that job they hate. Hell, not even above water, just at water level shit. Most people don't like their 9-to-5 jobs. But Kandi was able to make a living off of her first passion, which is music. Now, with that being said, can someone tell me what Marlo does for a living? Anyone? I'll wait. We finally saw her start a business for renting out her high fashion clothes, but child Marlo, where is she self-made? Meaning, has she ever created something from the ground up and it has been successful? She even said her house was gifted to her. Now, am I mad that these men have allegedly provided her with a lifestyle where she doesn't have to work and most work she does now is stir up shit on a reality show? No. As far as I see it, hell, do your thing. And I do believe that Black women get more of a negative reaction for doing what Marlo was doing versus other races. A lot of these women on the Real Housewives shows, they're taken care of by their men. But in their culture, no one blinks twice because it's to be expected that a man should provide and literally let her stay at home to take care of the household, the kids, whatever the case may be. But my issue is with Marlo, and I think so many other people's issue with Marlo is you're coming for women who have been able to build without a man providing for them. And a woman who's able to do that is a force to be reckoned with. And I think that's the issue. Marlo just got her peach, but she has been on this show for so long and she's just now creating a quote unquote business when it comes to her high fashions. And I would like to know how successful that is. Meanwhile, Kandi and Kenya have been able to create empires off of being on this show. Kandi has an empire and is still building on her empire. Hell, but here's the thing, even regular smegular people coming from a single parent household or even a 2-parent household, they know that it takes a village to raise a child. Kandi has a husband who is the father of her kids. And I want to say her nanny, if I'm not mistaken, is a family friend that she has known for years. Plus her mother and her aunts. I see nothing wrong with Kandi being a provider, taking care of business. And if she is not around her kids when she has to work, at least they're with their father and her family. People do that all the time. Hell, both of my parents worked, and there would be times that I would be at a family member's house. Does that mean that they're bad parents? Hell no. They handling business because they financially had to provide and made sure I had everything I needed. So the way that she's coming at Kandi, if that's the case, Marlo, you need to come at every woman with kids in this entertainment industry or every woman who has kids that has a multi-million-dollar business. I can almost guarantee you they have the same situation as Kandi. When they're not around, they do what they need to do, of course, to provide for their families. And they have either the man of the household take care of everything or multiple people, from nannies to family members, whatever. It's like Marlo is just another vile scullywag. Like I said in my last video. And she just takes it too far. If you have to do all of this to keep yourself on a show, maybe reevaluate your talents. Because at least with Nene, she was funny and sometimes she can get trifling. But I don't ever remember Nene talking about someone's children or parents. And if she did, please let me know in the comments. Marlo, you can't keep coming for people and judging them, but then want to play victim or act like you don't understand why they don't want to deal with you. And you can't get mad if they decide to take that same energy you give them and judge you. She likes to spit out venom, say evil things about people or to people, but then when they react to her, she wants to say, oh, you're just being sensitive, or it's not that serious. But the moment they do it to you, you want to get sensitive. Child, if I was Kandi and Kenya, I would start paying her so much dust. Like she would not be in the room. When I'm forced to do scenes with her, I would ignore her. And I would just comment in my confessionals if need be. But I would not give her the time of day. Because if they don't respond to her, what storyline does she have? The storyline with her nephews is not interesting. I mean, it honestly isn't. The only time it kind of perked up people's ears is when she said she was kicking them out. And I don't think this new love interest that she's supposed to have is going to be interesting either. What keeps her on this show is her drama with Kandi and Kenya. And because Kandi gets emotional and is always ready to fight, Marlo's able to stay on the show because Kandi keeps giving Marlo exactly what she wants. Now, Kenya will read her down and can turn stuff around on Marlo and get Marlo bothered. But Kandi hasn't been able to master that. She just gets annoyed and is ready to fight. And what I don't like is, and it's so obvious to people who can really see what's going on, Marlo and Sheree operate as if they want to take Kenya and Kandi's place on the show. Baby, it's not going to happen, but they're trying to. Because the reality is Kenya and Kandi are the most paid. They're the highest paid on the show, from my understanding. And they both have successful businesses from this show. But you can take their place. And a smart woman would join forces with at least one of them. You don't want both of them to be an enemy. You a damn fool. They're too connected. They have a great relationship with Bravo. Trust and believe if it's between Kenya and Kandi and Marlo and Sheree would be out. But the fact that you want to make both of them an enemy, especially Marlo, child, good luck. Keep those men close. That's all I got to say. Keep those men close, because I don't know how long you're going to be on this show. But anywho, what do you guys think about this nonsense? Like, she implied that Kandi is a bad mother, which is just, again, so like gutter shit. Don't bring up people's mothering skills. Don't bring up people and if they're a good mom or a bad mom. Like, that's none of your business. That's not your place. And you mentioning like, child, again. And I hope Kandi does not respond, which I have a feeling she will on one of her many channels. I wouldn't respond to it because that's exactly what Marlo wants. All it does is create more of a buzz for her. I'm sorry, and that's what she wants. But what do you guys think? Are you excited about this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta? Do you really want to see Marlo and Sheree? Do you feel like they bring anything to the table? So, like I said, like, share, subscribe, and leave your comments below, and I will see you on my next video. Peace.